these new screens. I gotta. Oh, there you go. Scare the hell out of everybody now. See what we really look like. We like that one a little bit better. All right, folks. Welcome back to Horse Racing Radar TV here on YouTube. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, give us a thumbs up. Good morning, Tayfam. We love you very much, too. We appreciate that. You're looking for Terry's best bet. There you go. Race 8, number 5. Hello, hello, hello. Should just be called Heleco because that's hello, hello, hello. It's an echo. Free picks today. Guaranteed tip sheet later on. I believe it's at Turf Paradise. Indeed, that is the case. There's a link in the description down there below. If you're looking for best bets, Tayfam, the best bet there looks like the first one is in race number 4. Awesome Wildcat at 5-2, written by Jockey Castellanos. $10,000 maiden claiming, top of the barrel racing there for sure. Hello, Chart Philly. Good to see you again. Hey, hey. I think it's a home run. The old chant from Harry Carey. Hey, hey. Sounds like Fat Albert. All right. We're not here for my Harry Carey impressions or stupid jokes. We're here for horse racing. So let's get about it, Terry.
All righty. So in this first race, we're going to start out at 6 furlongs, and it's going to be a claiming race, $12,500 claiming price, a $27,000 purse for 4-year-olds and upward.
Yep, the profile of a winner at the 6 furlong dirt race is Speed, baby, Speed, with 37% of the horses going wire to wire. There's an inside to outside bonus. High Strike benefiting from a big-time rail advantage. 1,000 simulations here, Terry, to give us a sense of who's got the best chance to get the early lead. And that data is pretty clear. This is going to be a very fast start.
It is, and there's several of them that have speed in here. I think this is anyone's guess about who gets to that quarter pole first. That one has an overlay of 4-1 to 5-1. The 3 has an overlay from 19-1 to 20-1. And then all of them in the past have equaled or exceeded the par speed number for this race, which is 84. And they all have a chance to do it again today, as you can see by the percentages there. All of them in the comfort zone have percentages, and there's about 4 of those that are pretty high. And then the 4 has the best jockey. I think the 4 has the best trainer. I think that's the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, we see a couple of horses moving down in class right here. 1 length for Pascal Moon and 1 length in that, maybe ahead for Lunar Rocket, the 5 horse. Ordinarily, Terry, the winner comes from the top 4. Here you go in our total pace. And over here to get started, Hey Q, the 4 horse, the one that has that best jockey. It is one of our simulation favorites as well. That one's 3 speed figure points better than anybody else last time out. Usually enough to consider. Who did you consider as your first flavor of the day?
Okay, well, I like that 4, Hey Q. He has won 2 out of the last 3 races, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then I like the 2 as my second choice, finishing the money in 4 of the last 5 starts. Has a high speed figure at today's distance, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. Apollo Code, the 7, is my next choice. He ran second versus similar in his last race, and his best start speed is fastest among today's starters. Then my long shot is the 6, Gone Nuts. He finished third in his last race. He finished third in his last 5 races. He has a high percentage winning jockey, and he can handle the distance. No additional bets for me here.
So the 4 horse, Hey Q, did run that last race speed figure, 3 points better than anybody else. Dominated that race, as a matter of fact, and according to its resume, should be a better horse in round 2 off the bench. I'm going to go with High Strike. That one's very likely to be the pace setter, the rail horse there. And 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row. They must really want to get this horse back out on the track because he ran just a week ago. That's usually a boom or bust race. I remember when Charles is on here, he had mentioned being a past trainer that a lot of times when the horse is really chomping at the bit, ready to go, they'll put it right back out on the track. Pascal Moon, the 2 horse, my third choice. That one drops back to a class where he won 2 races in a row, although been out of form. The class sparks that horse back to life. And then the 7, Apollo Code. Third up, a little better early pace in its last race. And Craig Makowski said hint that a horse might be ready to run a strong race is if indeed it shows a little bit more early pop in the prior start. Right now, the 4-horse is at Hey Q of that first race there at Gulfstream Park. Your favorite at 6-5. Next on the board is the 7-horse in their Apollo Code at 5-2. The 1-horse, the quick turnaround, High Strike, is sitting in that third position at 7-2. Pascal Moon, the only other horse at 5-1. That is under 10-1 odds. Well, we got a minute before we head on to the gates, it looks like. So whilst we do that, when the show is over, if you go over to horseracingtoday.net after the show, right here in the middle, you will see a link, a big picture. That's Hong Kong, but we could put one there for Gulfstream, I suppose. If we click on this right here, it'll take you to the show's notes for the day. You'll see right here a race replay. In the YouTube description, we will timestamp every race. You can come back and watch them at your leisure. And then you'll see all Terry's notes, and then below that will be my notes. So you can follow along afterwards if you'd like. The race data that we put up on the screen is also available in the description on YouTube. So just head into the description where it says more, and then you'll see a link. So you can follow along with that data and use it as well to your benefit, hopefully. All right, so race number 1. They are about fully loaded. And the 4-horse down to 1-1 odds. The 7-horse remains the second choice at 5-2. And then the 1-horse at 3-2. Then the 2-horse at 5-1. Again, everybody else north of 10-1 odds. We got the 5, 6, and 7 to load. And then we'll get off to this terrific trifecta Thursday of racing in South Florida, Hollandale. Okay, I think we got the 7, and that's that, folks. 7 entering the gates calmly. Peter Aiello about to let the folks on site and online know what's going to happen, but I'll tell you here what I see happening. Be the best race call of your life. All right, they're off in the running. A pretty crisp start for most everybody. The 5 and 7 kind of ceding a little bit of early ground. The 1-horse, the quick return, is a high strike rate out of the gate. On to the lead he goes again, being pursued by the 6-horse. Gone Nuts. Those two are on the front with the 2-horse sitting there in second. They make their way into the turn. You got the 1 and the 6. They're duking it out. 6-horse on the shotgun spot. The 1-horse down on the rail comfortably. Jockey not really asking him to go yet. They've got about a 2-length lead over the rest of the field as they go through the opening quarter in 22 1/4 seconds. The 6 and the 1, Gone Nuts and High Strike. They remain your front runners. So far, they haven't asked, either one of them hasn't been asked to go. They're both asking the horses to change leads right now. The 6 is kind of going up the track a little bit. The jockey's really trying to corral that 1-horse. Finally gave him a crack. They're coming down to the wire here. It looks like it's going to be an easy win for High Strike. Then the 6-horse in there at second, and then 4 and 7. High Strike at 3 oh my God, that horse went all the way down to 3-2 odds, Terry.
Wow.
Yeah, he was what, like 3-1 when the gates opened?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people at the track apparently knew something about that one.
Yep, they sure did. So did you. You had it as your second choice.
Well, I was kind of, to be honest with you, I was kind of 50-50 on that, to be frank, because those quick turnarounds, again, if you look in the paperwork here, past performances, you'll see that horse ran last on March the 6th, right?
Yeah.
Today's March the 13th. That's 1 week.
It is, yeah.
And it's been my experience is those horses either go boom or they go bust.
Yeah.
And that one just went boom. But so be it. Really not that big of a from 5-1. You're hoping you get those type of 5-1 odds when you got a boom or bust race. 3-2, not what you're looking for in a boom or bust style.
No, that's true.
Hopefully we can find something that goes boom, right? Boom is 5-1, according to our good friends here at Horse Racing Radar TV. So maybe we can find a boom horse in race 2, Terry.
That's right. Let's go with that race. It's a mile and 16th, all-weather maiden claiming race, $12,500 claiming price, purse $25,000 for maiden fillies 3-year-olds.
And at $1.16 on the all-weather surface, what you're looking for are horses that can be close to the lead. They don't need the lead, but still 17% win with the lead. The rail for Gray Lark is almost fair. 2 and 3 get a discount. 4 and out. Those are the best post positions, with outside being a touch better than the inside. So tactical speed in race number 2, Terry, is essential. It looks like a whole lot of them should be able to get into a good spot early.
That's true, but that one has double the speed of any of the others according to the data. So I think that one gets a clean break. It should get to that quarter pole first. The 3 has an overlay from 8-1 to 10-1. The 5 has an odds overlay from 3-1 to 4-1, and the 12 has an odds overlay from 3-1 to 7-2. The 3 and 12 are the only two that have either equaled or exceeded the par speed number for this race, which is 71. And as you can see there's some maybes, and there's actually 4 of the horses that have never done that. All but the 6 and 11 have a really good chance today to exceed or equal the par number. So that's a par plus. And all but the 1 and 7 have C-zone numbers, although some of them are pretty low. The 3 has the best jockey according to the data. The 12 has the best trainer, but I think the 12 is the best jockey trainer combination for this race.
Yeah, a whole lot of them pretty tight here. A couple things, quick explanation. Par race, we do 1,000 simulations, so par plus. Excuse me, I'm circling the wrong stuff, and let me clean it up a little bit. So your par plus in here, what this basically is, we do 1,000 simulations, and based upon the simulations, this is how many times out of 1,000 the horse generated a speed figure equal to or above the par speed figure according to Brisnet for today. That's 71. Comfort zone. We take a look at the early pace setup that we see right in here, and then we look to see how closely today's race will match the best performances in those 1,000 simulations. And 71% of the time, Mean to Me caught a race pace today that favors its best performance. Here you can see the race shape. This is where the horses like to be on the track when they run well. No true front runners. The 12 horse wants to be in that shotgun position. All these others have closed. 6 and 11, not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. The 7 today making its debut, scoring 2.14 points out of a potential 3. Now, ordinarily, when you're looking at the first-time starters, you do want to pay attention to this par race over here. When there's a bunch of no's, like we have today in a maybe, you might consider it, especially if it's a 2.5 or above. We don't see that in here today, Terry. We will see your picks, though, for race number 2 and the first pick 4. What do you have?
Yeah, I like the 5-horse Timber. She ran second versus Tougher in her last race, drops in class today, has the highest last speed rating, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. Then I like the 12 Mean to Me. Drops in class today. Her best all-weather speed is fastest among today's starters. She has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 36% of the races in the first race at a route that he has a horse running in. And she has a high percentage winning jockey. Splash Dive, the 10 is my third choice. Finished third versus similar in her last race. And her best all-weather speed is close to the average winning speed. Chill Bean, the 7 is my long shot. She's a first-time starter whose dam has one winner from one starter, and she is bred well for this route distance, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the very first pick 4 Miami Vice, Don Johnson. I'm going to use the 5, 7, 10, 12 with the 1, 4, with the 3, 6, 7, with the 1, 2, 6, 7, $48 ticket.
I'm going to start with the 3 horse, Royal Prado. That guy's 10-1 morning line. And I'm going to go there because Tyler Gaffleon, who's one of the top jockeys down there right now, he might actually be number 1. He's winning at 18%, right? So he rode this horse never before. Antonio Sano, put some horses out there. I don't know how often these two work together, just 4 times. But if you look down here on the 12 horse, Tyler Gaffleon rode this one too last time out, right? Didn't get claimed or anything like that. Martin Drexler, there's a little bit, runs a lot of horses down there as well. I got a feeling, and maybe I'm wrong, that was jockey's discretion And there's a reason why Tyler got off the 12 to ride the 3 at longer odds. First time Lasix has a par race. Let's see if I read the program right or if I'm going to look like an idiot when it's all said and done. Probably the idiot. 12 mean to me. Most of her races would beat most of these horses almost all of the time, which is another reason why I wonder why Tyler Gaffalione got off. The 5 horse, Timber. If she can be better in the second start after a layoff, she can add her name to the list of horses that can top par for this level. And then Splash Dive, it was close between that and the 4 for me. I went with Splash Dive, maybe the most upside in the race in just her 3rd career start. I'm going to do a 50-cent pick 4, 3, 5, 10, 12 with the 1, 7, 4. It should be really 1, 4, 7. 1, 2, 6, 7. And then also the 1 and 6 in a very competitive race to close it out. And then I'm going to do a $2 exacta key box, 3 with all. And sometimes I've been catching some of those long shots in my picks lately. Helped with a $200 trifecta yesterday, so maybe we can catch a few more. Nice $300 exacta just a couple of days. No, double just a couple of days back too. Yeah. Looking for more and more long shots. All right, Terry, let's try race number 3 as we make our way through this 9-race card.
Okay, we're going to shorten up to 5 furlongs on the all-weather. It's a claiming race, $8,000 claiming price. First, $23,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races.
5 furlongs, a quick sprint, you can imagine. Horses better have a lot of giddy up and go when the gates open. In fact, that is the case because the first call is also the first call at the end of the race, 35% of the time. Rail discount for down in the bayou, 2 and 3 close to fair. 4 through 7, that's the best place to be, although you still get a little bit of a bonus if you're 8 and out. So Buffalo Girls round the outside with some speed, Terry. And, looks like it's right in the middle of the track.
That's right. The 4 shows the most speed, but you can look at the data there. They all show speed, and some of them are pretty darn close to that 4. So I think it's anyone's race again to get that quarter pole. The 3 has an overlay from 7 to 2 to 9 to 2, and the 7 has an overlay from 5 to 2 to 8 to 1. All but the 6. The first 4 horses have either equaled or exceeded the speed rating of 75 on this race. And then there's 5 and 7 who came within 5 points of that in the past. And then they all have a chance except for that 5 to possibly equal or exceed today's speed rating. And then all of them have comfort zone numbers, percentages. The 3 has the best jockey, as you can see there. And then the 7 also has a pretty darn good jockey on it. The 7 has the best trainer, and the 7 to me has the best trainer jockey combination.
In our race shape here today, we got one of those right triangles again. We talked about yesterday. This usually favors early speed. You got a front runner, a couple pressure horses, everybody off the back. 6 horse might not be up on the lead, so the lone E status could absolutely be in jeopardy there. You do see here with the 4 horse, One Smoke and Rita, these numbers here indicate if there was improvement last race out in early pace, mid pace, and late pace. So checking all 3 of those boxes, as my friend Terry likes to say. And additionally, showed some better fractions at the opening quarter mile and opening half mile. We got one class dropper in here. That's Princess Miss Emily. Everybody else is either flat or moving up in class today. Terry, again, top 4 total pace horses. Looks like the 3, 4, 1, and 6, although the 7 is right on their tail as well as the 2. This looks like a pretty competitive race across the board, Terry. Which one do you think stands out?
Well, I like the one down in the bayou. She likes Parks Racing, been in the money 58% of the races, winning 8% of the starts. The distance hasn't caused a problem, as she's been in the money 63% of the time, winning 13% of those starts. And then I like number 4, One Smoke and Rita. She finished 3rd versus similar in the last race. She has the highest last speed rating, and her best all-weather speed is fast among today's starters. She's actually tied with another. And then number 7, Wind Rush, is my 3rd choice. She won it her last race at Gulfstream Park, and she has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. Vanishing Wish, the 3 is my long shot, finishing the money in 4 races out of the last 6 starts, winning one of those races, and she has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 37% of the claiming races. She has a horse running in, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me here.
So for Terry today, he likes the best bet is in, I think, race number 7, you said, Terry, right?
Yeah.
Race number 7. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going a little bit different route today, Jose. I got a lot of longer price horses I like that I'm sticking in my tickets today in Exacta Box, Keys, Key Box All. One of them being here, Windrush, 8-1 morning line to 7 horse. Last time out, he was faster by more than a second in her race. When I go through my race notes at the end of the day, a theme I see over and over and over again. Horses that win were faster in the prior start, man. That light starting to come on. Down in the Bayou, that one is better with its pace from the middle of the race to the finish line. And it's the right distance for this horse. 8 times out, 1 win, 3 seconds, and a third. So kind of a little bit of a wallpaper horse. Likes to hang at the end. Number 4, One Smokin' Rita. Should be the pace setter. And this horse is about as consistent. I mean, it just runs the same race over and over and over and over and over. I'm not the biggest fan of those race horses because they don't show any upside. But in the good part about that is if everybody else doesn't show up at their A game, they're not going to beat the 4 horse. And then finally, Princess Miss Emily, only class dropper, making 3 starts in a row for the first time in nearly a year. That is my finally healthy angle. Another one of those horses was in race 2 with the long shot there, Jose, with the 3 horse and the 3 all. But I'll go through all the bets again at the end of the show that we have today.
And my best bet's in the 8th. It's not the 7th. So
8th race. Yeah, I did pull it up on the screen though. So yeah, 8th race. Keep an eye on that. 3rd race is retirement. You're going to retire after that one, Leonardo? You're going to put enough money on it that you're done working? I wish you well, my friend. I would be nice if we can all do so. I do know some people though who have hit pick 4s that could retire off of them. Unfortunately, my name is not on that list. Okay. Race 4, Terry. We maybe can add it after this one.
Yeah, we're going to go 5 furlongs again, all weather. It's a maiden race. It's a $50,000 purse, and it's for state-bred maidens, fillies, 3-year-olds.
Yeah, once again, 5 furlongs. Speed, baby, speed, baby. That's the way you get to the winner's circle and collect that first win. My computer's really wreaking havoc with me lately. When I try to click on something, it won't go there. It drives me bananas. But anyhow, at 5 furlongs on the all-weather track, 35% that get the lead at the start, keep the lead at the end. Greenfield Cougar, well, she is going to have to run a little better than those 6-1 odds because the rail's discounted. 2 and 3 are close to fair. 4 through 7 is best. Again, 8 and out a bonus. So as I mentioned in the other race, Buffalo Girls on the outside with some speed, but so many first-time starters in here, Terry, that the data probably is not the most reliable. I don't want to say reliable. It is reliable, but because so many of them haven't run before, no data in, no data out.
Yeah, that's true. But even without the data, you can see the 7 has the most speed. So if it gets out of the gate good, it could get to that quarter pole first. The 3 has an overlay from 8-1 to 10-1. The 7 has a overlay from 3-5 to 2-1. Only the 7 has equaled or exceeded the par number in the past, and all but the 5 and 9 has a real good chance to exceed it or equal it today. And then 7, 9, and 3 have the only seat comfort zone number, and the 1 has the best jockey, the 5 has the best trainer, and the 1 is probably the best jockey trainer combination.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of them making first-time starts in here. So if you're wondering, how do you have data for first-time starters? Basically what we do, because computers don't like, algorithms don't like zeros. When you divide by 0, you get an error. So we just say basically if they run the average race for horses in this field. Here you have a bunch of first-time starters. You see right here, 4 of them. Here are their scores, and mentioned before with first-time starters, where everybody is pretty much a no, except for the 7 horse. That one's definitely a yes. So you absolutely have to put that one into your picks. It's proven I can win at this level. We generally look for horses that have a 2.5 score or better. We really like them when they have a back bullet workout. Basically what that is you take 4 furlongs or 3 furlongs or 5 furlongs, whatever it is, multiply it by 12. So in the case of 4 furlongs, 48-second workout. Anything under 48 seconds is a fast workout. These 3 qualify, Terry. So the question is, does a 7 just blow everybody away, or do one of those first-time starters make it 0 for 3 in its career?
You just never know. But I like the 7 in here. Love Actually. She finished third versus Tupper in the turf in her last race. She drops in class today. She has a high percentage winning trainer, and she has high percentage winning jockey Franco Dettori. I like the 6 Super Willowa. She is a first-time starter whose dam has 1 winner from 1 starter. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey and a good workout on March 2nd. I like number 3, Starship Vengeance, my third choice. She was bumped at the break and finished 4th in her last race. She has a high percentage winning jockey, and she has a good workout of 3 furlongs on March 6th, and the added blinkers today. And then I like the 4, Song and Breeze, another first-time starter whose dam has 2 winners from 2 starters. Her breeding suits today's sprint distance, and she has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 18% of the races in the first time start of a horse he trains runs in. And no bets for me.
Well, I think the 7 horse in both of its races, if it reruns that one, I think it would be hard for some of the first time. They would have to run really an excellent race to beat it. But if it does falter, the 7 horse, I just rank my first time starters in order with bullets. So the 2 horse, Worth a Bundle, top rated first timer with a back bullet. The 6 horse, Super Willie Wow. That one's the second rated first time starter, also has a back bullet, and Greenfield Cougar fits that as well. Third rated first timer with another back bullet. I'm going to do a $1.50 trifecta box 1, 2, 6, and 7. Because somehow that 7 runs out of this race. I got a feeling, unless the people on the ground know something about one of these first time starters, no way that 7 goes off at 5-2. I think it'll be probably closer to 4-5. If it runs off the board, the other guys come in, can get yourself a nice payout. Leonardo Withdrawal, number 8, Sunset Express, the 9 horse. Indeed, liking that one. That's 6-1. That's pretty good odds there too. I like your thinking, Leonardo. Middle race on the card today, the Keystone race in the Sunshine State is on grass, Terry.
It is, and it's at a mile, and it's a claiming race, $17,500 claiming price. Purse $28,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races.
Yes, and these 3-year-olds that are looking for their second W, you're going to make 1 complete turn around the turf course. So 2 turns. Usually that is a recipe for stalkers, and that's what we see at Gulfstream Park, with 27% still managing to carry the field from beginning to end, Alpha Omega. There is a rail bonus for the 1, Triumphant Road. Everything out is pretty close to fair. So really, if you're not on the 1, you don't get any benefits from a post position, Terry, but you might get a little bit of benefit from being properly placed early on. And another one of these races, Terry, where just about any can have the lead.
That's right. They all have speed, and they're all pretty close to one another as far as speed. And so it's just another anyone's guess race. It's really hard to determine who's going to get that quarter pole first. That 1 has a small overlay on the odds of 9-2 to 5-1. The 6 has an overlay of 2-1 to 4-1, and the 11 has an odds overlay from 7-1 to a nice 30-1. Mm-hmm. Most of these horses have either equaled or exceeded the par prime speed number for this race, which is 78. And there's actually 4 other maybes that came within 5 points of doing that. And they all but the 12 show that they have a good chance to equal or exceed today's speed number. And then as far as the comfort zone, all but the 2 shows comfort zones, especially if you look at that 11 has a really nice 90% comfort zone. 10 has the best jockey. The 1 has the best trainer, but I think the 1 is the best trainer-jockey combination.
Yeah, I've seen some in there. Maybe the 6 horse in there as well.
Yeah.
All of these guys dropping in class with the exception of the 10 and the 1. They're moving up. A ton of horses in here, Terry. with plenty of improvement last out. Let's just rewind a little bit back to the par race here and a couple of other things to keep in mind that we keep pretty consistent in here. 5 points, whether it be in the par race or if you look at the pace numbers or and so forth, anywhere or wherever we have like pace or par, 5 numbers or speed figure, 5 points equals roughly 1 length. So keep that in mind. So that means here with maybe 1, that means that was 1 speed figure point away from hitting par. So right on the precipice of being able to run a race that would win at this level. I don't know what you call this. The other ones I call a triangle. I think this must be more like an L, right? So you have 1 person up front, 2 that want to give chase, and everybody else wants to close. Ordinarily, this does favor horses that can get to the middle forward. We do have a horse in here a few of them that I like to call left arrow horses. You got the 7, it's early pace. The 6, it's early pace. The 9, it's early pace. We'll push those horses out of the closer role, more into stalker front runner types. And many times we see those horses get the trophy. Again, 70% of the time or more, the top 4 in total pace, they take home the top prize. Terry, who, in your view, gets the top prize in this Keystone race?
Well, I like the 1 Triumphant Road. He won his last race at Tampa Bay and comes in here to try Gulfstream. His best turf speed is fastest among today's starters, tied with another. Has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 28% of the claiming race that he has a horse competing in, and a high percentage winning jockey. Then I like the 6 Flat Top Box. Drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the 2 as my third choice. He likes Parks Racing, been in the money 80% of the starts, winning 20% of those, and he's been in the money at today's distance in 67% of the races. The 7 is my long shot, Foss Bitten. Drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and blinkers are added today to keep his mind on business. No additional bets for me here.
Yeah, the 1 horse Triumphant Road in a very competitive race has a 3-point speed figure advantage. We see that here again. According to Andrew Beyer, his books on speed figures, any horse that has a 3-point speed figure advantage in the prior start definitely merits some attention. All of its race internals were better from start to finish. In the most recent time this horse made 2 starts in a row, took a very big step forward. We'll call it a leap for horse racing kind in the second start after a layoff. Flat Top Box, the 6 horse, the second call for me, just like Terry in there. Better early pace in its last race. Faster fractions when you compare it to the last time the horse ran a mile on the grass. Number 4, Be There. Third choice for me. All of the race internals are better from start to finish. Has a pretty good workout between races, so that saw should remain sharp. Then I'm going to go with a little bit of a long shot in here. Stone Cold Flex. Tyler Gaffalione again, getting on a horse that has longer odds today. A little better early pace last out. I put it in a trifecta box because I think if you have a 4-1 favorite, this trifecta should pay well if you get it right. I'm going to box the 1, 4, 6, and 10 and hope that I indeed got it right. 2 minutes, it says, to post for race number 2, Terry. We know down South Florida, 2 minutes equals 10 minutes. Everything is times 5 down there. So let's do race number 6 and get going with the late pick 4.
Okay, we're going to a mile, optional claiming race, $75,000 claiming price. If you elect to put your horse in there, possibly be claimed, $98,000 purse. And it's for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won $20,000 3 times other than maiden claiming starter or restricted, or which have never won 4 races, or which have not won a race since September 13, 2024, or a claiming price of $75,000.
So here we have a 1-turn mile. You start all the way back here, come around. Usually a mile is considered a route, but when it has 1 turn, has more characteristics that align with a sprint, and we do see that in the profile of a winner at 1 mile. 30% of the horses that win the race to the quarter-mile marker win the race to the mile marker. Big rail bonus for Power Squeeze. 2 and 3 kind of play fair. 4 through 7 is a discount. Again, the best place to be is all the way on the outside, Terry, in race number 6. And there are only 5 horses in this race, and 1 that's near the outside's got that juice.
Yeah, 5 has the most speed. Should get to that quarter pull first if it gets a good clean break. The 6 has the only overlay. I see 9-1 to 20-1. All of them have equaled or exceeded the par speed number for this race in the past, and all of them have a chance to equal or exceed it. And then as far as comfort zone, they all have comfort zone percentages. The 2 is the best jockey, 4 is the best trainer. I think the 4 is the best combination of jockey and trainer for this race.
Yes, indeedy. The 3-horse Gun Song, 9-point total speed figure advantage, so almost 2 lengths on the last time it went out. The 2-horse, also an in-race advantage with a pretty good, about a length and a half, late speed advantage, hoping everybody goes too fast. And then the 3-horse, almost 2 lengths better on the top total pace. Only 5 horses in this field, all of them dropping in class. All of them pretty much like to be patient. They have versatility, except for the 6 that wants to close. Terry, this race, I think, could have a dominant horse in it. What do you say?
I like the 3 Gun Song. She ran second versus Tougher in her last race as the favorite, but it has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 17% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again and drops in class today. Just FYI, the 5 is my second choice. Has finished in the money in 5 races out of 6 starts. Career starts, that is, winning 3 of the races, drops in class today. Her best start speed is fast among today's starters. She has a high percentage winning jockey, and they added Lasix. And I like the 4 as my third choice. She drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. My long shot is the 2, drops in class today and has a high percentage winning trainer and switches to high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the last Miami Vice pick 4. 3, 4, 5 with the 6, 7, 10 with the 2, 3, 7 with the 4, 5, 8. That's a $40.50 ticket.
Yeah, I'm going to start with this 3-horse. This one won the Black Eyed Susan. I don't know. It's a scratches. I don't think 1 to 4. I mean, I don't think 7 to 5 is going to be. I think maybe 1 to 5 will be the odds. The only horse I think that's got a shot at it is just FYI, just for your information. It's going to be 4. It's catching first-time Lasix. And like the 3-horse has shown, it can hit triple digits on the speed gun. And then Abundancia, I got that one right, I hope. The 4-horse, that one's been in the money 3 out of 3 at Gulfstream Park, win, place, and show. 4 out of 5 at the distance. But the numbers say this one's at least a cut, maybe 2 below the top 2. And it's a 5-horse race, something we've learned from Stephen Fielder in our past horse racing sports center, whatever we used to call horse center show, when we had Stephen Fielder, who wins a lot of these contests, says, hey, in 5-horse races, you got to take the longest shot. That's the 6. I'm going to go with a pick 4, 3, 5. I wanted to single the 3, but I think the 5 could get out to the front and challenge it off the long break. 1, 6, 7, 10 with the 2, 6, 7 with the 2, 4, 5, and 8. That is a $48 ticket for me. And looks like, see if Terry can get the second pick 4. Yesterday, you had that late pick 4. It's funny how these things work, because the very last pick for me was the 8-horse or the 7, 50-50 coin flip. I went with the 7, the 8 one.
Yeah.
$250. And
yeah, I only bet $40. So, that's 6 times what you bet. That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'll take 6 times any day. But the coin flip worked out for me a little earlier in the day on the $200 trifecta, where I had the longest shot that hit on the day in my ticket, the 3-horse that won. So I can't complain. Would have liked for it to land on heads both times. Would have made for a great day, but I'll still take a good day.
That's right.
All right. Speaking of which, let's see if we can make good in race number 2. The favorite at the moment is the 12 at 5 to 1. Next up on the board is the 10-horse at 5 to 1. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the 5-horse at 5 to 2. Then the 4-horse at 9 to 2. Then the 10-horse 5 to 1. And there's my 3-horse at 12 to 1. Ugh. The better's kind of going away from Tyler Gaffleone. Maybe I read the program completely wrong. I would have liked to see the odds come down a little bit, but we'll see. Be some long shots, hopefully, today.
Could be.
I don't want another one of those days at Parks like Monday where you get all the pick 4s and you lose all your money.
Yeah, that's kind of frustrating for sure.
Yes, indeed. Well, they're off and running. It does look like right now the 7-horse has got to the lead. The 11 to its outside as they make their way through the turn. My 3-horse in a good stocking position. I like to see that with Tyler Gaffleone. The 1 and the 12 also in the mix. The 5 running off the tail of the 3. Then the 4. And then it looks like you got to gap back to a couple of other horses in there. An opening quarter of 23.37 seconds. I think maybe a little bit fast for this kind of group of horses. They're making their way around the turn down to the, I hate this angle. It's the worst angle in the world. All you see is a bunch of horses running at you. So get the hell out of the way. But it looks to me like the 11 horse right now. Love Lady Bolts. That one is on the front with the 12 horse in a good stalking position. The 5 horse now poised to strike. And it looks like the 4 horse also making an effort right now. Opening quarter in 48.84 seconds. Doesn't look like my 3 horse is entertained to run today yet. So we'll see if it can find a spark here, but might finish in last place. The 12 horse, that one right now looks like it's going to have the potential to be a runaway winner, although the 5 horse will have something to say. Yes, my 3 horse, Tyler Gaffleone, making the wrong choice today, as did I. But that's okay. Still going to be alive. Maybe the 4 horse might run us all down here at the wire, Terry, and screw up both of our pick 4s. We'll see if that wire can get here fast enough. It does. 12 and then the 4. Maxine Magic coming in second. So off the board on the pick on the exacta, but still alive, unfortunately, with a short shot again. Pick a lot of horses. Guarantee the favorite is going to win. Is everyone getting ready to watch the 5 win the second? Well, I guess so. All right. Race number 6. That means we're going to do 7 now, the last 3. What's the story with the 7th?
All right. So 7th race is 5.5 furlongs, and it's let's see, it's an all-weather track. Claiming race $25,000 claiming price, purse $37,000, and it's for 3-year-olds and upwards which have never won 2 races.
So 5.5 furlongs on the all-weather does favor some speed, as we've mentioned before. Almost 4 out of 10 win on the lead. We'll wire to wire. Rail bonus for Rum Saint Esprit, 2 and 3 a discount. 4 through 7 they perform as well as the rail. 8 and out a discount, pretty similar to 2 and 3, so a little accordion. Rail, yes. 2, 3, no. 4 through 7, yes. 8 and out, nah. Any inside speed in race number 7, Terry?
Well, actually, the 3 is a little bit on the inside, but it's got that 10 on the outside. It's got a lot of speed, and they're pretty darn close. So I think it could go head-to-head to that quarter pole between 3 and the 10. The 1 has an overlay from 14 to 1, 20 to 1. 2 has an overlay from 8 to 1 to 12 to 1. The 3 is 5 to 2 to a nice 15 to 1. And
I think that one scratched out, Terry.
Oh, did he? Yeah, you're right. It did.
That was a late scratch and didn't have a chance
and I did the scratch, but I didn't go to my sheet here. And the 4 also has an overlay from 3 to 1 to 6 to 1. The 1 and then 1, 7, 9, and 10 all have equaled the par number in the past, which is a speed number of 85. And then the 2 and the 6 are maybes. They've came within 5 points, actually within 3 points, as you can see there, of equaling or exceeding the past. They all show that they can do it today as far as equaling or exceeding. They all have good comfort zone numbers. The 6 has the best jockey. The 10 seems to have the best trainer. I think the 10 is the best combination of jockey and trainer for this race.
We've got another L race in here. Boom. All these horses want to be on the front. Whenever that's the case, you want the top 2. The other ones tend to get themselves in trouble. The 9 and the 6, the Sesame Street horses, should sit right off the pace and let those guys burn each other out. See if they can bring it home on the late speed. Does look like the horse with the one biggest in-race advantage is the 7 horse. It's about 1 length faster than everybody down the stretch. You see here, we'll go to our chart for the first time. It does look like the 10's average race. That's that red dot in our speed chart. It's pretty much better than the top for most everybody else in this field. Also grades out as the top total pace horse in there. Terry, who grades out as your top horse?
What I like in this race is 7. He ran second versus Tougher in his last race, drops in class today and has a high percentage winning jockey. Then I like that 10. He drops in class today and has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 31% of the races when the horse he trains competes in the first time claiming races. And then Nando, the 6, my third choice, finished third versus Tougher in his last race, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning jockey. And I like the 2 as my long shot. He has a win at Gulfstream Park and at today's distance, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. No bets for me in this race.
Yeah, so I'm going to start off in the 7th race with number 6, Nando. Very consistent performer. Last time out, had a rough trip, better trip today, and the horse could rebound. Friggin, right? Isn't that another way to say the effort? Yeah, friggin' troublemaker.
Yeah.
Third up, should look a lot like the first 2 races off the bench. Does have that 1 length advantage at the end. The 10 horse, Jefe de Orba. So he is the big Orba, whatever an Orba is in Spanish. Good chance to be on or near the lead. We did see that the horse graded out on the speed chart as one of the top horses and your top total pace horse. And then the 1, let's go bomb again. Rum Saint Esprit. Tough call over the 2, but the rail is better. Has a par run on the resume. And hell, I'm going to take the higher odds. No bets for me in race number 7 either. 2 races to go, Terry, race 8. But before we go to race 8, tomorrow, Tom and I will do Foreign Fridays. It will be at Sha Tin at Hong Kong. We'll start approximately 12:30 Eastern time. The best way to make sure you see our Sha Tin tips, and last week, hey, had a nice $420 trifecta. Let's see if we can repeat that to make sure you don't miss it. Your chance at one of those winning trifectas. What do you got to do?
Well, you got to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's really easy to do and it doesn't cost anything. Now hit that bell and it'll tell you about Foreign Fridays, what time they're going to start. And then also go ahead and copy that link below and share it with all your friends, neighbors, relatives, everybody you know, so they can come and check us out too. I know they're going to like what they see. Go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. It really helps us out a lot. And also keep these comments coming and the picks as you're doing, just like Jose's doing right now. We like to get them, and they help us out quite a bit too.
Yeah, any interactivity really boosts our social media scores. So if people are on Google or they're on X or they're on Twitter, or that is X, or Facebook, or all of them. Let me just go with that. If you're interacting with us, it boosts our scores, so more people are likely to find us. More people are likely to stick around if we find some winners, and that is our goal for race number 8.
That's right. So we're going to go to 1 mile and an eighth on the all-weather. It's an allowance race, $97,000 purse, and it's for 3-year-olds.
So 1 mile on and an eighth, a long one on that all-weather surface, favors surprisingly early speed. Only 5 races so far, 2 of them won wire-to-wire style. Strong rail bonus for Enter Dad Dragon. Dad Dragon? The Dragon. Oh, Enter the Dragon. Okay, yeah. But you can take Dad out of that too, right? Dad's Dragon coming in the room all mad. 2 through 7, a discount, 8 and out. That's the best place to be, Terry. Speed, 2 out of 5 so far, winning wire-to-wire in race number 8. Do we have anybody that can add to that list?
Well, there's 3 of them that are pretty close to each other, although 3 has the most, but the 3, 6, and 7 could go out of that gate and try to go to that quarter pole first. The 6 has an overlay from 3 to 2 to 8 to 1. The 6 and the 7 both have either equaled or exceeded the par plus number or par number for here. And then, as you can see, there's a couple of maybes there and 2 no's. There's also all of them, but the 4 can either exceed or equal the speed prime number here, the par plus. All but the 2 show C zones down there. And then you've got the 6 that has the best jockey. The 4 seems to have the best trainer, but I think the 7 has the best combination of jockey and trainer in this race.
You got a couple class droppers in here, the 5 and the 6. Everybody else moving up in class. Although Nazareth, the 2-horse, is a foreign invader, so the data, there is none for the 2-horse. So you kind of have to make a mental adjustment for that. You do see her on the pace view. Everybody wants to be middle back. Get to the front. You got a good shot. The 6-horse might be that horse, although the 3-horse will keep it to task. 6-horse also, Baker Street, a 7-point last race speed figure over the rest of the horses in this field, Terry. All of that stuff is meaningless because Terry says this is my best bet of the day.
That's right. I'm going to go for a hat trick here as my best bet. You won yesterday, and it'll be the second time in 2 weeks that I'm going for a hat trick, and I'm hoping to get it. And my best bet today is the 7, Hello, Hello, Hello. Finished third in his last race. His best all-weather speed is fastest among today's starters. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Nazareth, the 2 is my second choice. He comes in from France after winning his debut race, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. English Law, the 3, is my third choice. He ran second in his last race. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and he has a good workout at 4 furlongs on March 2nd. Attack, the 5, is my long shot. Finished in the money in 2 races out of 4 career starts, winning one of those. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and a bullet workout at 5 furlongs on March 7th. I'm going to bet $40 to win on number 7, a $5 exacta key box 7 with the 235, and a $10 exacta 7 with the 235.
I'm going to start off with the 6-horse, Baker Street. A nice, I don't know if that's an 80 or probably 1980s hits, Baker Street. I forget who sang it. But 3 speed figure increases in a row, according to Barry Meadows and his extensive research in his book, The Skeptical Handicapper. 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row, wins at least 15%. I call those alpha angles. And then again, top last race speed figure, Andrew Beyer, 7 points better. It's another one to keep an eye out. It's also the biggest class dropper. Tyler Gaffleone, yeah, here we go. Just like that last race, gets off the 7 to ride the 6. He made a mistake last time. He can't make 2 in a row, can he? Hello, hello, hello. Terry's top pick. It's CV, says the third up, will be the best of its 3-race cycle. The last 2 are pretty solid. Number 2, Nazareth. You cannot overlook this French invader. In Europe, the French have some of the highest purses, so they attract some of the best horses. It debuted in a stakes race, a non-graded stakes race, but still won pretty easily. And then number 5, Attack. Bullet workout between races. And his resume says to expect a major move forward in the second start after a layoff. I'm going to do a $2 exacta key box 6, hoping 1 out of 2 times today, Tyler Gaffleone and Rich together can make the same call. So 6 overall. You know what's funny about that? If any of you remember, we had Tyler Gaffleone on our Players Edge podcast. Do you remember that conversation with him and I?
Yeah.
Where I told him that every time I bet on him, I lose, and every time I don't bet on him, he wins. So I would never bet on him again, so he doesn't lose anymore. He still owes me, we agreed on 3% of his purses. I haven't seen a penny of it yet. So.
I bet you haven't. And that's funny. I want to tell Jose, I'm sorry to tell you, but in the 8th race, the number 1 horse is scratched.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Tyler. Where's my money? I'm going to send my boys over to say hello, if you know what I mean. All right. Final race of the day is race number 9 again. We'll be back tomorrow for 4 and Fridays, Monday and Tuesday, although there might be some changes to Tuesday, as I might have something to do in the morning. But anyway, Monday, Tuesday, Parks. Wednesday, Thursday, Gulfstream. I'm not sure what we'll do for 4 and Fridays, but Tom will make that announcement tomorrow, and you can't miss it if you subscribe to all our social sites streaming down below. All right, Terry, what is up for grabs in the final race of this day?
Mile 16th, and it's on the turf. It's a maiden claiming race, $17,500 claiming price. Purse $27,000, and it's for maidens 3-year-olds and upward.
$1.16 on the grass. You're looking for horses that stock a decent number, fair number, 17% gate to wire. That's the winning way. There's a real bonus for Cosmic Impact, although I don't know how much of a bonus it needs to win at 50-1. Tyler Gaffleone didn't get off a horse to get onto that one, thankfully. 2 and 3, they have a penalty. 4 through 7, a bonus. 8 and out, there is a discount. Be middle forward in the final race, Terry, gives you the best chance to win. And there's a lot of them at the start that will try to take that spot.
That's right. And they're all real close. So it's really anyone's guess on who's going to get to that quarter point first. The 5 has an overlay. Let's see, is that right? 5 has an overlay.
No, it's not an
No,
overlay. It
you know
looks
what
like
I got
the 4. I think you're
yeah.
looking at.
The 4 has an overlay of 9-2 to 5-1, and then the 7 has an overlay of 6-1 to 12-1. 10's got an overlay of 7-1 to 10-1, and then the 5, 8, and 10 all have equaled or exceeded the par speed number of 77 for this race. And then the 1, 3, and 9 have never got within, but you can see there there's some maybes that have been within 5 points of doing that. As far as the what they can do today, the 1, 2, and 3 have nothing, a 0, and also the 9, but everybody else seems to be able to exceed or match today's speed number. All but the 1 show C-zone numbers, and the 2 has the best jockey. The 8 has the best trainer according to the data, but I think the 8 has the best jockey trainer combination.
Now, a lot of horses taking small steps up in classes, a trio of horses taking small steps down in class. So all of them pretty much running pretty similar. You do have a few horses in here. The 10 horse last run, better across the board with its pace, also better fractions. Same could be said for the 4 horse, better across the board, better fractions. You see the 5 horse, better early, also faster fractions. So quite a few horses if you like the improvement as your means to find horses. There's a lot to choose from in here. Our race shape is fairly balanced. 2 in the front, 4 in the middle, 2 in the back. So far, the 1 and 9 not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. Taking a look at our top 4 horses on a total pace picture, Terry, you got the 4, the 8, the 5, and the 7, although include the 6, and there's only 7 points separating the top 5. I think this race, Terry, I really didn't like this race at all, to be honest. But anyway, we have to make picks. So what did you pick?
I like the 5 doctor's orders. He drops in class today, has his high percentage winning trainer jockey. Then Oscar Worthy, the 8 is my second choice, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 24% of the maiden claiming races. He has a horse he trains competing in, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. Ragman, the 4, is my third choice, finished the money in his last 5 races, and he has the highest last speed rating. And then I like the 2 as my long shot. He had trouble at the start of his last race, finishing 4th. But he has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets because I'm out of money.
So I'm going to start with the 8, Oscar Worthy. I just looking at the horse, I felt like it stood out from the rest. Most upside. It's average race again. If we look at our chart down here for the 8 horse, it's average race. Quite literally, except for maybe the 10 and the 5, is better than the peak for everybody else, and that's relative to the other horses in this field. Also, I like the 5 horse, Doctor's Orders, as my second choice. Class dropping in the 3rd start after a layoff. And then it just gets nuts. So Ragman, the 4 horse, plenty of hidden improvement in its last race with some improvement early and at the end. And then the 2 horse, somehow in this crazy race, we ended up with the same 4. Kryptonin, no question, grass is the right surface if there is such a thing for this horse. It's going to close, but man, at the beginning, it's going to be way. I mean, it might stay in the starting gates while the rest of them are closing in on the finish line. That's it for me. I'm going to put 8 to win on the 8, some symmetry or a cryptic code to end the day for me at Gulfstream Park. Again, we got some free picks at Guaranteed Tip Sheet today. They are at Turf Paradise. Race number 4 kicks off the best bets with Awesome Wildcat, a $10,000 maiden claimer. The best of the best, for sure, running in that spot today. Over on horseracingtoday.net in just a few minutes, we'll post all of our picks and thoughts. You'll see the link right on the homepage. All you got to do is click on that photo right there, bang. You'll see a race replay. Again, on YouTube, we will timestamp all of the races in the description. We'll put that race replay right here along with our thoughts. While you're here, hit that HRT gear button. I promise you spring is coming, folks, at least on this side of the equator. Get you over there, get yourself a Horse Racing Today t-shirt. There you go, the HRT black with the number 6 on the back, just like if you're riding the 6 horse. You can pick your size. If you don't like black, put it in a teal green as you get ready for this summer. Great way to help the show. Great way to look your best, whether you're at the track, you're at the beach, or you're just lounging around at work doing nothing, which is the best way to go to work. Here are our full picks for the day today, Terry. Let me get the right button here. Where everything's kind of hiding on me. All right. Full picks. So in race number 1, the 1 horse, race number 2, the 12 horse. So it looks like it's going to be the second pick all the way down again. Here's the way we see the rest of the day. Terry, you get a break till Monday. Any final thoughts of it? Oh, before we do that, I promised we'd go through all the picks. So race 3 coming up for $1 exact the key box with the 7. Race number 4. Oh boy. Race number 4, 50-cent trifecta box, 1, 2, 6, 7. 50% trifecta box for race number 4 or 5. All right. So I guess I'm trifecta box Thursday today. Race number 6 is the late pick 4. There you can see what Terry and I like. Race number 7, no trifecta box. That's probably the one to do the trifecta box in then. Race number 8 is Terry's best bet. I have a $2 exacta key box. And then in race number 9, also an $8 win bet because my math was probably stellar today. All right, Terry, let's talk about your final thoughts of wisdom before we part for the weekend.
Well, I just hope everybody has a great and safe weekend coming up. And I hope the weather turns out nice for you. It's supposed to be kind of rainy here. But other than that, I'll see you on Monday.
2, 5, and 8, all crypto codes today at Gulfstream Park, according to our good friend, Private Ross. Thank everybody today for joining along in the comments. It makes the show go faster. We appreciate it. It's also boosts our search engine optimization scores, and we love the interactivity. It's a community. If you haven't commented, when you come back next time, let us know what you think. Until we get back together again, we certainly hope that you have God's grace, God's favor, and every single one of your life goals, endeavors, dreams, horse racing picks, all the things that make you tick, end up in
the winner's circle.
Absolutely. See you tomorrow for 4 and Friday at Shaw 10. Until then, have a blessed day.